Before watching the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel and enable bell notification to never miss an update from us.
Hello everyone, this is Ashima and in this video we'll be talking about the daily news events. This video is a light discussion about the news events in which we talk about the news events and we talk about the details of the news events. Right. For those who want to practice the questions alongside, for them we have an app by the name Entry App. So you can download the app from Google Play Store, and after that, after the initial registration process, you can avail the daily free quiz that happens on the app. So for free quiz, you can go to Entry App and do the registration process, where 7 days free trial and all the paid courses also running. And for detailed description, you can subscribe to the channel, because this video comes up every day, and that will help you in keeping in touch with the news events as a whole. Right. So we'll be beginning our discussion now. The first news event that we're going to talk about is manufacturing program for critical equipment. Now, what is this program? This program was announced in the budget discussion. So we'll be talking about what has been announced in this program. So it's a domestic manufacturing program which is for power and renewable energy equipment. Right. So it has been created with the purpose of increasing the renewable energy production in the country, and it will be launched by Ministry of Power in the financial year 2021. That is, in 2021-22, this is going to be launched by Ministry of Power. Right. So once we talk about how much outlay has been laid out for this, so about 1500 crores have been laid out from the budget for this particular project. And this project is going to set up three manufacturing zones in the country. How are the three categories of the zones that are going to be set up? The three zone categories are coastal, landlocked, and hilly states. These are the three zones, and these three zones are going to be the three manufacturing zones as per the program. Now, the scheme will call for all the offers from the states to submit the applications for whichever zone they want to apply for. Out of them, the three selected zones will get 500 crores each. So, whichever zone is selected, that zone will be getting 500, and there are three zones that are going to be set up. That accounts for 1500 crores that has been outlaid by the budget. So, per zone, there's going to be 500 crores, and that will be utilized in development of manufacturing hubs, and those manufacturing hubs are going to be of renewable energy and critical power. Right. Now, the zone is going to give open access to power supply in the selected states who are unable to supply cheaper electricity to the people. Right. So state will be getting special purpose vehicle also, and that will be transferred to the private companies when they will be setting up their manufacturing facilities. So special purpose vehicles will be given to states. States will hand them over to the particular company that is going to set up the electricity program over there. Right. And who is going to select which state is going to be selected? So for that, a special committee has been designed which was offering the best facilities to these zones and selecting which zone is going to be selected, or which zone is going to be finalized for getting the amount. Now, the furthermore, this equipment testing facility for power equipment will be set up by Central Power Research Institute, or CPRI. Now, for renewable equipment, the testing facility will be set up by NIWE. So for power, we have a CPRI which is going to set up the testing facility, whereas for renewable energy equipment, we have a NIWE, National Institute of Wind Energy, and alongside there's going to be NISE, National Institute of Solar Energy. Right. So both of them are going to be taking a look over the renewable energy, whereas for power equipment it is CPRI, Central Power Research Institute. Right. Now going ahead, MCA amends the definition of small companies. Now this amendment has already been done in the budget, but now once amendment has been done in the budget, there are certain bills also which need to be created for the purpose. So for that purpose, Ministry of Corporate Affairs has amended the definition of small companies. Now this amendment has been done in the companies rule. And what is the new amendment? So if you remember, in the budgetary discussion we had talked about how in the change has been made, that is for small companies, that is for a company to be called a small company. Now the turnover can be up to 20 crore rupees. Earlier it used to be 2 crore rupees. It has been increased to 20 crores. That is, a company which has a turnover of 20 crores will still be called a small company. Whereas for the paid up capital, the amount used to be 50 lakh. Now it has been increased to 2 crore rupees. Earlier it used to be 50 lakh. So from 50 lakh, now the investment of up to 2 crores is going to be considered still a paid up capital for a small company. Right. So these two changes had been done. Both these changes have been included in the company's rules now. Second of all, first of all, definition of small company has been changed. That is about turnover and paid up capital. Second of all, who can set up the company for that purpose? Now, NRIs are also allowed to invest in India and set up one-person companies in India. And for that, the residency limit has also been reduced. Earlier, the residency limit was 182 days, and that has been reduced to 128 days now. The residency limit has been reduced, and paid up capital and turnover has been reduced for small companies, right? These are the few changes that had been done in the budget, announced in the budget, and those amendments have been brought in by Ministry of Corporate Affairs as well. Next is Udyog Manthan to focus on quality and productivity. So, under Udyog Manthan, a series of webinars are going to be conducted, and these webinars will be focusing on quality and productivity in all the major manufacturing sectors and all the major service sectors, right? So, this Udyog Manthan is basically a marathon. And it's a marathon of webinars, sector specific webinars. And these webinars are focusing on quality and the productivity of the Indian industry. Right now, when was the series of marathon started? It was on 4th of January 2021 that was started, and it's going to be conclusive of 2nd of March. Right. So overall, there are going to be 45 sessions. A total of 45 sessions are going to be conducted that will cover various sectors of manufacturing and of service as well. Right now. Next is India's first Center for Wetland Conservation and Management. So India's first Center of Wetland is going to be created as of now. And where is it going to be set up? It is going to be opened in Chennai. And this is a part of National Center for Sustainable Coastal Management. Now, when we are talking about a wetland, we know two things. First of all, we need to know what exactly is a wetland. So wetland is any ecosystem where the water is stagnant or it is flooded by water, either permanently or seasonally, which is a kind of meshy area. So that's what we call as a wetland, a land or an ecosystem which is always flooded with water, or that can be either permanent or it can be seasonal, but flooding is there. So oxygen free process prevails in that ecosystem, and wetlands help in water purification, they help in water storage, they help in processing of carbon, in stabilization of shorelines. Therefore, they're very important. And for that, we have the second thing, that is Ramsar sites or Ramsar wetland sites. Ramsar wetlands. So you have heard about that as well. And currently there are 42 Ramsar sites of wetlands of international importance. So what are Ramsar sites? These are wetlands of international importance. Right? All right. Now, when we talk about this center that is going to be set up, this is going to be set up by central government, and it is going to be set up in Chennai. So it's not a state government initiative, it is a central government initiative that is going to be set up in Chennai, and will be playing a very significant role in designing and implementing the regulatory frameworks and policies. Now, Conservation Center will also be acting as a knowledge hub. So, and apart from that, the National Center, that is the National Center for Sustainable and Coastal Management, if a possible question can be arise, that is, it is under which ministry? It is under Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. Right? Now, the next one is Maharashtra government, which has launched a scheme for startups. Now, startups are already being promoted. The central budget, in fact, promotes startups. So, obviously, the state governments are also going to promote it. So, what are the promotional measures that have been taken? So, the aim is to provide financial assistance to innovative startups in a bid to file for IT patents, because India is comparatively lacking in terms of number of patents that are filed by India from India's side or in India. India. So for that, financial assistance is going to be given so that startups can be brought in and innovative ideas can be brought in the market, and more IT patents are filed. So in the first phase, about 125 to 150 startups will be supported. And how much financial assistance is going to be there? There's going to be 2 lakh to 10 lakh of financial assistance that is going to be given to these startups for setting up their initial or giving themselves a push. Now, financial assistance up to 2 lakh is for quality testing and certification of startup ideas. That is, they normally have to give this amount. The startups have to give this amount, but now the government is going to help them attain that by giving the amount from their side, right? Now, with this, the state will be, attaining a huge heights in terms of skill development and startup. And this is how we can say that in the recent ranking of India Innovation Index, which was released by Niti Aayog, Maharashtra was ranked second. So Maharashtra is already improving on that terms, and it is taking another leap to bringing in more startups as of now, or bringing in more of a startup culture in the country, right? Or in the state where we can talk about. Next is India's first amputee clinic. Now, this India's first amputee clinic has been set up by PGIMER Chandigarh, and it is the first such clinic in India as well as the first in Chandigarh. Now, it was inaugurated by PGIMER Director Professor Jagat Ram, and this attempt to create amputee clinic is to unify all the diverse sections of PGIMER so that new innovative, or you can say infrastructural changes can be done. And how is that going to help? That those infrastructural changes, they are going to help it make more compatible towards amputees. That is, there are certain people who come maybe after an accident, and they have to undergo an amputation. So after that, they have to face certain issues, certain problems. So that issue is not faced, and they do not face a sudden change in the environment. For that purpose, their mobility can be improved, and for that, appropriate management and infrastructure will also be created, right? Then we have a few one liners. The Future Group has challenged Delhi High Court order that has banned the sale of its assets to Reliance Industries Limited. Why has it happened? This is something which involves Amazon also, because there was certain deal, or you can say certain directions where that had happened of future retail with Amazon. So they had filed a petition in Delhi High Court seeking to block the asset exchange that is happening. So for that purpose, this whole has been challenged by Future Group now. Defense Minister of India Rajnath Singh has inaugurated a new plant for the production of light combat aircraft. Now, LCA plant was inaugurated in HAL, or Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, Bengaluru, and this plant is going to improve the production of LCA Tejas, or light combat aircraft Tejas. Now, how is that important for us? It is because there are certain challenges that which we are overcoming by this, because this production plant will double the production of LCA Tejas to 16 aircrafts per year, and the demand of aircraft by Air Force is 83 jets, right? So that is going to help them complete the target in lesser time, right? And this whole is going to create a lot of jobs as well. 5,000 primary jobs in the private sector are going to be created via this initiative, right? All right. Then Kerala's first human milk bank is to be opened in Ernakulam General Hospital by Ministry of Health of Kerala. That is KK Shelja. Now over here, this is not India's first human milk bank. This is Kerala's first human milk bank at Ernakulam General Hospital. Then Atmanirbharta is Oxford Hindi Word of the Year 2020, and Atmanirbharta, we all know, is self-reliance that has been promoted by the Prime Minister of India and in India as a whole, right? So this has been taken as Hindi Word of the Year by Oxford. Then Ford Motor Company and Google have joined hands to offer cloud-based data services, and therefore Ford is going to induct the services of Google into its own vehicles as well, right? So the internal operations are going to be modernized by Ford for that part, and Google's Android operating system will be incorporated into Ford and Lincoln vehicles from 2023. From 2023, they're going to incorporate the Android services into Ford vehicles and Lincoln vehicles. All right. Now, with this, we wind up the segment. Thank you so much, and I hope this session has been helpful to all of you. I'll see you in the next video with more such news events. Until then, goodbye. Take care. Have a wonderful day ahead, and I'll see you tomorrow with more news events.